Hello and welcome. You're watching NewsX India A-List. In our endeavor to bring forth the stories of some of India's finest and brightest, today we have put together yet another unmissable lineup of India's who's who. Our first guest for the day is prolific actor Ananya Panday. While she ventured into acting in 2019 with leading roles, she has won the Filmfare Award for Best Female Debut and Zee Cine Award for Best Female Debut. Listen in.
Best known for her Bollywood acting performances.
Sketches is all about originality, all about having fun, all about color, vibrance, and I feel like that's something that I really resonate with as well.
She has won the Filmfare Award for Best Female Debut.
For me, I think the most important thing is comfort, but then I'm also super into like pops of color, so I like that little vibrancy also.
NewsX India A-List proudly recognizes Ananya Panday for excellence in acting.
Hello and welcome, Amudaya Pratap Singh. You're joining us on this brand new interview as part of our special NewsX A-List series. We have in conversation today a very special guest, well-known actor Ananya Panday is joining us today on the broadcast. Ananya, welcome to NewsX, and let me start out by just asking you about, of course, this new collection by Skechers. What actually made you come on board to be the special guest to launch it?
Hi. So for me, it's always been such a natural fit with Skechers. Just the way that both our personalities kind of vibe, you know. Skechers is all about originality, all about having fun, all about color, vibrance, and I feel like that's something that I really resonate with as well. So our vibes have always just kind of matched, and especially with this campaign, the Originals Keep Moving, I love what it stands for, you know, freedom of self, freedom of expression. Also the fact that it's about, you know, moving, like keep moving no matter what life throws at you. So I just love that. I think it's such a catchy line, and it's something that I completely believe in.
I have to ask you then that what determines your choice of sneakers? What's something you keep in your mind when you're buying your latest sneaker, and what do you believe is the USP also of this latest collection that you're launching?
So what I look out for when I'm choosing sneakers, I'm call myself the serial chiller. I'm the self-proclaimed serial chiller. So for me, I think the most important thing is comfort, but then I'm also super into like pops of color, so I like that little vibrancy also. That's why for me, like Skechers is the perfect fit, because the shoes are so comfortable. I can literally do anything in the shoes, but they also have like really like different styles and, you know, all these like pops of colors, and they're so vibrant, and that's the USP of, you know, the Delight collection. So it's just, as I said, the perfect fit.
Okay, well, you know, you do need a good pair of sneakers to work out, to stay fit. I have to ask you, you know, it's been a very tumultuous year and a half actually for the entire world and the country. People have been mostly indoors, you know, with these multiple lockdowns. How have you been staying fit, you know, through these lockdowns, through this last year and a half, Ananya?
So I do a little bit of everything. I love doing yoga. I've recently started weight training as well, and I love dancing. So for my weight training and dancing, I'm like always in my Skechers. Like, they're my best friend.
Okay, and finally, I want to ask you, you know, you're working out, but people want to look good as well. So what's a fashion tip you share with people on how to look good whilst getting fit, while working out, and, you know, and also doing it very stylishly?
I would suggest that while you're working out, comfort should be the top priority. But if you kind of want to have some fun, you should try different colors. You should mix and match your laces, and I think that'll give you kind of like the energy while you're working out, in like a super cute outfit with like super cute sneakers. So I would suggest the Skechers Delights, because I think that has everything that a girl would want.
Well, thank you very much, Ananya Panday, for joining us on this special interview on NewsX A-List. Thanks for being with us.
Our next guest for the day is the CEO of Skechers South Asia, Rahul Veera. With spearheading the brand's growth trajectory and initiatives, he has carved a niche for Skechers in the competitive footwear market. Listen in.
With a strong record of successful leadership,
we are a comfort technology company. So I think that as one single line makes a whole lot of difference between the competition and us.
he is leading the brand Skechers.
Digital is going to become a larger part of the life going forward is the way I see it.
Music's India A-list proudly recognizes Rahul Veera for excellence in business leadership.
Hello and welcome. You're watching NewsX A-List. I'm Uday Pratap Singh. We have with us a very special guest today. Rahul Veera is joining us. He is CEO, Skechers South Asia. Mr. Veera, welcome to NewsX. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me.
Let me begin by just talking to you a bit about your association with well-known actor Ananya Panday for your recent launch. What led the brand to finalize Ananya for this new collection?
So Skechers has been, a brand that has been associated with a lot of fashion product lines in our footwear category. And, there was a time where we were focusing on performance lineup of our products. And we decided to move into, get our focus into fashion. And Ananya is the best fit because she's young, she's fashionable, and, she has a huge fan following. And, for us, it was like a perfect match. And that's how we have Ananya.
Okay. Just talking, of course, about the brand now. What sets apart Skechers from other players in the market? What, according to you, is the USP of Skechers?
Well, we are a comfort technology company. So I think that as one single line makes a whole lot of difference between the competition and us. Every shoe that we make has to be a comfortable shoe. Mm-hmm. Okay, so that core ethos of our brand is something that has been loved by the consumers. Mm-hmm. And today consumers are seeing that our shoes are so comfortable and they vouch by it. So I think that's one major thing that sets us apart. Apart from that, obviously there are multiple other technologies that we bring in for our Indian consumers or the global consumers also, whether it is our Hyperburst technology, whether it is our UltraGo technology, the multiple technologies. But prima facie, it's, I think, the comfort technology.
Okay. It's been a very tumultuous year and a half, though, not just in India, but globally because of this pandemic. Businesses have suffered. Of course, lives have been lost. We talk about your group. How is the pandemic been? How has the lockdown been? How is the last year and a half panned out?
So while everything was shut, everything was shut for us also. So yes, those months, whether, in India or globally, depending on, their severity. Yes, those were some impacted months for all of us across the world. But the good part is that people have started focusing more on fitness. Mm-hmm. And that is where we come in. With our fitness, footwear, whether it is our Go Walk series, Go Run series, or Go Train series, or just a regular footwear that you would want to wear. So from once things started opening up, okay, the recovery rate for us, or in terms of our business, has been pretty, I would say, decent enough. Okay, and we are pretty confident that as markets open up more. With restrictions kind of lowering down, okay, then I think it's going to be a good time for us.
Okay, just now, of course, talking about the new normal and this year again. Any new trends that have emerged? Do you believe in your market, in your in the footwear industry, particularly over this last year and a half? Any new trends that you've witnessed and you believe are here to stay?
So one of the things we definitely see is that, one, obviously because of the COVID restrictions and, team sports have taken a little backseat. Yeah. And individual sports have moved ahead. So, whether it is, I would say, very simple things like running, walking, those are things that have taken up. It's just a number of people that you see walking today in the morning or evening, where I live or where you live, yeah, you will just see that number has gone up. So, those are things that are happening. Okay. On one side. On the other side, I would definitely see that people are also looking at ensuring that the footwear that they buy is, comfortable, because you're spending a lot of more time right now at home. Mm-hmm. Okay, and you're going to be doing on and off very pretty much regularly. Yeah. So for that reason, I think easy on off, comfort, those are things that have become kind of the new normal.
Okay. Also, do you believe a big focus on digital with marketing going digital, also sales happening a lot through the online mode. Is that something that's here to stay?
Of course, I think digital is kind of, especially in the last 2 years, has got so ingrained into our system now that definitely digital is going to take a larger pie of the share for whether it is, whether we are consuming content or whether we are, shopping or whether we are going to be, even watching movies. So digital is going to become a larger part of the, life going forward is the way I see it.
Okay, well, thank you so much for joining us today. Rahul Veera, and here's wishing you and your brand all the very best in the years ahead.
Thank you very much. Pleasure.
And our next guest for the day is one of the youngest astrologer, Pandit Jagannath Guruji. Being the fourth generation astrologer in the family, he has made 100% accurate predictions so far. Listen in.
Known as the youngest astrologer,
my strength is something that I believe in spirituality. Astrology is something that it is a spiritual science.
he has made 100% accurate predictions so far.
You need to believe in astrology in a positive way, that without hard work there is nothing successful.
Music India A-List proudly recognizes Pandit Jagannath Guruji for excellence in astrology.
Hello and welcome. You're watching NewsX A-List. My name is Pankaj Mishra. Well, NewsX A-List is a show, a platform where we bring you the finest minds of India. And one such personality whom it's a pleasure for me to be with is Pandit Jagannath Guruji. There's a lot that can be mentioned about Pandit Jagannath Guruji. First of all, he's the youngest astrologer of India. And when it comes to astrology, remember, experience and age is something that matters a lot. And secondly, his predictions have, all of them, if I may add here, have come true so far. And that was the reason why we picked Pandit Guruji here for this special interview. And Pandit Jagannath Guruji obviously is astrologer not by choice, but it runs into his family. It's a family heritage that he has received, and he is the fourth generation now who is into astrology. Guruji, first of all, thank you so much for taking time out. Welcome to NewsX. Tell us a little bit more about yourself and to the viewers.
By profession, I was not thinking I'll become an astrologer. I was a college going student, then later I want to do something else. But hence, it runs in my generations, then it happened to be here. I started astrology in the age of 17 years. Then I started my career through astrology, and there were good support from my dad and grandfather. They were helping me throughout, and it seems to be a very blessed journey for me.
Right, and talking about this journey, obviously there's a lot of strength and motivation that is also required. Talking about your strengths, what would be your strengths that keep you going on?
See, my strength is very simple. My strength is something that, I can tell you in many ways, but I'll keep it very simple. My strength is something that I believe in spirituality. Astrology is something that it is a spiritual science, where we can predict things where even no one can imagine it. See, the main strength is nothing but, it's a confidence, because I believe in astrology, and this is the biggest force. Astrology is a force that it gives strength within you.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And about the predictions, your predictions, have they impacted people's life in general?
Yes, many of them. Here many people do come for their predictions, and they show the horoscopes, and many people, if they don't have horoscope, I predict them through their face reading, palm reading, and I do body vibration as well. And many people come with their difficulties, many people come with their sadness, and they go back with smile. This keeps me very motivated, and as you questioned me before, this is my strength.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you're right when talking about astrology. A lot of people at times question also that how it can be used in their daily lives. So any specific suggestion on that?
See, there are something that you need to follow in your daily life, but there is nothing that you need to be, panic about something else. Whatever happens, it happens. Whatever doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. See, there is something that astrology, there are daily predictions, monthly predictions. You may go for half year or full year, annual predictions also. But see, there is something you need to believe in astrology in a positive way, that without hard work, there is nothing success. And astrology is something that it pushes you, it motivates you. If you are in difficulty, if you are blank in every situation, it gives you a lighting lamp. I may say it is a clear-cut, shortcut things you can do or you can't do. It is as simple as that.
Right, you can do or you can't do. Talking about the belief that we were talking about, youth especially, Guruji, do you believe that the youth has a reason today to believe in astrology, and how best they can actually utilize it?
Oh yes, of course. I mean, nowadays many youths are well connected with astrology, as they are very much interested in astrology and to know their future as well. Many people who come to me, they are we don't have any age groups. I mean, from the youths till the old age people will come. Here the question is, many youths who have their questions in future: will I become this, will I become that, will I be able to do whatever I desire? See, this is something that even youth are well motivated through astrology. This is the subject where everyone needs it. Astrology is something that when you are born, then in that circumstances your horoscope activates. Then there is no limit for your achieving things. If you're a student, if you're a school going, then you will go for a college. Then after college, you will have some confusions, or you might have some to choose what you want to do. This astrology will help you in every such way, maybe in your happiness or in your sadness as well.
Right, Guruji, here's coming $1 million question. Yeah. How does all your predictions become true? How do you predict, if I may ask?
I mean, how I predict? I predict it, when there's a political prediction, or, Bollywood celebrities or other celebrities or a businessman. I predict lots of things, and I mean, I'm so blessed. Everything has turned out to be positive. Right. See, this is something that I believe in. Prediction is something that you need to be on point with. Right. I do it very carefully, and I see the horoscope. If not horoscope, I do the face reading, because I'm, because I became popular through my face reading skills only. Yeah. And I do all things and certain calculations in astrology, and I predict things. So hopefully everything turns out to be, right, and I'm blessed.
Right. Oh, that's reassuring to hear. Talking about, the business side of it, or for that matter, the reliability of it. How reliable do you think astrology is to predict career or marriage or any other issue? Is it always correct?
Yes, it is always correct. See, when people, are facing lots of problem in their business life, I mean, in work also, and in personal life, relationships, health problem, everything indicates here, because astrology is something that it might give you an indication what might happen in future, and what might happen, the larger developments or larger changes in your life. Everything, there's a positive side also. End of the day, it all depends on the each horoscopes. It is not all only problem or only goodness. There's all mixed, and no one's horoscope is perfect, to be honest with you.
Right. So one final question, Guruji. Talking about individual cases here, we have seen so many people, and we have heard it also, that there are so many people who come to you for solutions, and they are goal-oriented solutions. So, and we are hearing more about it also. So what is your view on that? How do you do that, solving personal problems and almost every problem for the individuals.
Yeah, I truly believe in solutions. The problems are very common, but the solution is something that people search for. In related to astrology or any other problems, which comes under astrology, I do solutions. I give solutions. I think many of the from common people to VVIPs comes to me, but I give the solution in the same way, like all in a very common way. And yeah, solution is very important for everyone. In astrologically, I tell them and to follow them also, and I give them solution, and I'll solve their problems.
Right, so there you heard it from the man himself, Pandit Jagannath Guruji, the youngest astrologer in India. And trust me, as far as the records are concerned, as far as the statistics are concerned, his predictions have been true till now. Well, thanks for watching this special episode of NewsX A-List.
And our final guest for the day is New Delhi-based singer, songwriter, music producer and DJ Albo. He has recently released his debut 10-track melodic electronic album, The Painter. Listen in.
A regular on the Delhi electronic dance music circuit,
it was just a thing. By the time I was 25, I was dead certain that music is the passion I have and I would like to pursue.
he has released his debut 10-track melodic electronic album.
The album is, in a sense, a combination of all things that have been taught to me and influenced me in terms of music.
NewsX India A-List proudly recognizes Albo for excellence in electronic music.
Hello and welcome, Amudai Pratap Singh. You're joining us on this brand new interview as part of our NewsX A-List series. We're in conversation today with music producer and DJ Albo. That's of course his musical name. He's also known as Vedant Chandra. Albo, welcome to NewsX. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. We're glad to be here.
Well, let me just begin, by talking to you from the start. So we're going to get to your new album in just a second. But let's just talk a bit about your beginning. So what inspired you to begin your career in music and, of course, as a DJ?
That's a heavy question. I've been a musician all my life. I think I started off my childhood learning how to sing and how to play the tabla. And as I slowly grew older, I got into a lot of rock and different aspects of music. I kept up with it, and it was just a thing. By the time I was 25, I was dead certain that music is the passion I have and I would like to pursue. So that's basically me in a nutshell. And that's the origin of the Albo project as a producer.
Okay,
yeah.
and your core interest, of course, and your core music base is basically new age fusion and electronic music. Is that correct? What inspired you to make this, your USP?
So I guess it's all the influences I've had over time. I think the most prominent in today's day and age being the modern day electronic producers that perform in all around the world. We're talking about the greats as Avicii, Swedish House Mafia, things like that, artists like that really either put me towards electronic music, but my training, on the other hand, was more so with either the Indian elements of music, the tabla, the Congo, Indian classical styles of fusion music. And so all my influences and my tastes versus my training combined have led to a fusion electronica sound, wherein the music is Western and the language is English, but there's a lot of Indian elements to it as well.
Okay. How did you get your name, Albo? I have to ask, because I said at the start, your real name is Vedant Chandra, but how did you get the name of Albo?
Albo was an attempt to encapsulate the fusion element of my genre, and it is short for a little bit of everything. So tomorrow I can produce any genre music, and I think it would come under Albo, which is a little bit of everything. So to keep things open-ended, I really like the acronym as well, and I just thought to go with it.
Okay. You're out with your new album. So what's the feeling like? Tell us a bit about the album. What's the name? Is it your first album as well, if I'm not mistaken? And just tell what the feeling is like and how the response has been.
Well, yes, it is my first album. It's my debut album. It is the first large-scale project that I have released. The album is called The Painter, and so far it's been 4 days since its release, and it's doing really well. It's out on all music platforms. The album is in a sense a combination of all things that have been taught to me and influenced me in terms of music, and it sort of brings out my tastes as well. It's more dancey, upbeat, disco-y, as well as melodic. So debut album shows me in my raw form, and I hope to progress from that. And that, yeah, that's why it's called The Painter. So
okay,
it is based, yeah.
Yeah. No, go ahead. Complete your
Sorry.
point.
So the Painter, I didn't tie that in, but it talks about the concept of synesthesia, how one stimulus can stimulate another sense. For example, people can envision certain shapes while eating food, or think of certain colors when listening to certain music. So the whole album is based on that concept, and we attempt to blend in colors with sound in this album. So hence The Painter.
Have you been working on it for a while? Did it happen during the lockdown, or has it been a few years that you've been working towards it?
It's been about 3-4 years now to make the entire 10-track album. But now it's good to be out. Yeah.
Okay. Just talking now, of course, about your journey. How's been the feeling, and which is perhaps the most special concert that you've had or festival that you played at? Looking back at the journey, how's it been, and any special moments, any highlights that you'd like to share with us?
So before this release, I was essentially a DJ since I didn't have enough music out there. So I would DJ for the first 2 years of my musical project. I think the most special concert for me was this year's Symbol Festival held in Jaigarh Fort, where I actually had 1 hour's worth of live original content that I could have played instead of DJing. So I sang that and I played that, and that was very special for me. Unfortunately, lockdown hit again with the second wave, so I couldn't really have more opportunity to play, but the first one was extremely special.
Okay, that's quite interesting. So you're saying that you sing as well. You sing and of course you produce music. So that's an added tool. Do you believe the singing sometimes takes away from the music when you're DJing, or does it add to it?
It's a bit of a mix. I choose to do one or the other, not mix them up. But yeah, it gives me a different ear, especially since I'm a singer. So my tastes blend towards that. I wouldn't DJ something necessarily that has no lyrics. My preference is towards something that does.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any favorites of yours? As you said, you told us about your inspiration and your influence. But any favorites of yours, music-wise? Who do you listen to the most? Who do you look up to?
Till now, I think my biggest and most favorite artist of all time is Pink Floyd. That band has been my influence for a long time, and their sounds and their synth-heavy songs are just something I hear even today, nonstop. So biggest influence, Pink Floyd, and then I think the dance elements come from the modern day music that we listen to. Yeah.
Okay. What's the way forward for you, Albo? Where do you see yourself going next?
Waiting for COVID to leave us and hoping for us to get better so we can actually enjoy music together instead of alone at home. So I think the way forward is for me to keep releasing tracks, improve my sound, improve my artist profile, and finally, hopefully get a chance to perform and play music for people who might want to listen. So far, that's the project, that's the plan.
Okay, great. Well, your new album is out, so good luck with that. And where can people hear it? Where can people listen to it?
It's available on all streaming platforms: YouTube, SoundCloud, Spotify, Saavn, any platform you choose, it's there.
Okay, great. Well, thank you so much, Albo, for joining us on NewsX, and wishing you all the very best with your musical journey.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.